All right, Joel Viss, he raced number 1 of 2 for the Sportsman class presented by Lems Auto Recyclers. Once again, he is Joel Viss. I am Jay Kelly. We are here to bring you all the racing action tonight on a beautiful Friday at the Rapid Speedway. 5 classes of racing fun kicking off with the Sportsman's Heat race number 1 is under green. Right up front on row number 1, Katie Kroc out of Lavoie, Minnesota, in that red number 15 machine. Your early race leader, the 44 of Leon Sneller out of Dune, Iowa, will settle into that second spot. Marnie DeBoer on the inside in the yellow with the purple numbered 50M of Brian Crone in the black 14. Oh, here goes Katie. Katie going for a little bit of a ride, able to straighten it out off the exit of 4, but she will lose the race lead. The race lead will be inherited by Leon Sneller, but Katie's battling right back, and they're side by side coming off the exit of 2. Down the backstretch into turn number 3. It's Leon Sneller by a nose. Katie Kroc will battle back on the bottom side with DeBoer, Crone, and Stoner behind them. Here in heat race number 1 of 2 for the Sportsman class, Katie Kroc, your race leader. Katie Kroc in the number 15 machine, your race leader. Marnie DeBoer looking for that second spot in the 50M. Marnie getting to the inside of Leon Sneller. Sneller with Brian Crone on his tail and Marnie DeBoer right beside him, battling it out for second in that green and orange 44 machine. Meanwhile, Katie Kroc starting to check out from the rest of the field in the red number 15 machine. Katie Kroc continues as your race leader. Here comes Marnie DeBoer. Marnie DeBoer moving into that second spot off the exit of 2 and down the backstretch, but on the high side, Leon Sneller coming right back. Sneller through the middle of 3 and 4 in that green and orange 44. He's side by side with DeBoer for that second spot. DeBoer will still have the advantage heading down the front stretch and off into turn number 1. Katie Kroc, your race leader, high side off the track. Down the backstretch, Kroc pulls back and still retains the lead, but Marnie DeBoer is right there in the 50M. Gives a little tap, checks up a little bit, and it's Kroc and DeBoer 1 and 2 as the white flag flies. Sneller in third, Crone fourth, and PJ Stoner at the back of the field. Katie Kroc, your race leader, one more time around the Rapid Speedway. Here comes Marnie DeBoer. The girls make contact. They're side by side off into turn number 3. Great racing action here in heat race number 1 for the Sportsman class. Kroc through the middle, DeBoer down low. Who's it going to be? The 50M of Marnie DeBoer taking home heat race number 1.
The ladies rule the roost here at Rapid Speedway in heat race number 1, trading paint down the backstretch. Marnie DeBoer with that heat race win. Katie Kroc in that second spot ahead of Brian Crone and Leon Sneller and PJ Stoner. Rapids driving the 50E. That is Elena Schoenemann. 6 laps a distance, second and final heat race, Lems Auto Recyclers Sportsman.
As they make their way off the exit of turn 3, through the middle of 3 and 4, and into the entrance of turn 4, head flagman Cody Johnson at the ready gives them the sign. Green is in the air. Heat race number 2 for the Sportsman class underway. Brandon Jurens off the pole, your early race leader, but watch out for Bryant Clausen in that 14K machine. Bryant's been bad fast early on this season, and here he comes taking over the race lead on the bottom from the 4th starting spot, the 14K of Bryant Clausen, your race leader here on lap 1 of heat race number 2. It is Bryant Clausen, Brandon Jurens, Roger DeBoer, the number 94 machine of Tyler Bradley, and the 50E of Elena Schoenemann. Clausen, Jurens, DeBoer, Bradley, and Schoenemann here in heat race number 2, the second and final heat race for the Lems Auto Recyclers Sportsman class. Brian Clausen, your race leader, bringing them down to the flag stand. We're still early on here in this second and final heat race for the Sportsman class. They have single-filed themselves out on the track. Of course, Elena Schoenemann just beginning things in the 50E at the back of the pack. Tyler Bradley in the 94. He's currently running 4th. Roger DeBoer in that 3rd spot. Look at a gain on Brandon Jurens in the 19. Jurens running 2nd. DeBoer running in 3rd. Brian Clausen is checking out from the rest of the pack in the 14K. He's been fast so far this year, and he continues with a good-looking heat race here tonight. Brian Clausen in the 14K, your race leader, entering 4. Coming off of 3, the second position car, the 19 of Brandon Jurens. Right behind him in 3rd is the number 50 of Roger DeBoer. Tyler Bradley and Elena Schoenemann will round out the field here in heat race number 2 of 2 for the LMSS Auto Recyclers Sportsman class on Pizza Ranch night here at the Rapid Speedway. Elena Schoenemann at the back, looking to go a lap down here, courtesy of Bryant Clausen. Bryant Clausen in the 14K will get around Schoenemann and put her a lap down. Second position car of Brandon Jurens heading into turn 1 as Clausen exits turn 2. Bryant Clausen, the class of the field, no doubt, here in this second and final heat race for the LMSS Auto Recyclers Sportsman class. Your heat race winner is Bryant Clausen.
Brian Clausen running away with heat race number 2. Brandon Jurens in second. Roger DeBoer, Tyler Bradley, and Elena Schoenemann rounding out your field.
They put on some great shows on this 3/8 mile that we got here, and they love the width. They love the width of the Rapid Speedway. They like to get them 3 wide. Always put on a great show. TNR Contracting presents the Late Model Street Stock Touring Series, going green tonight at the Rapid Speedway. And John Hoyne in the 55 getting a little squirrely on the start, but Jim Pruitt will jump out to the race lead. Pruitt out of Brandon, South Dakota, and the number 97, Dave Cookta, in that second position. And on the outside of Cookta in the number 57, it is Pat Stoprin out of Humboldt, South Dakota. Here comes the number 1 from the back. Travis Schurz in the number 1 machine on the top side, and Schurz has made his way into the second position behind Pruitt. Pruitt's a sitting duck right now in front of this field in that 97, and Travis Schurz buzzes by in the white number 1. Travis Schurz, your new race leader. Dave Cookta looking for that second spot to the inside of the 97, and Jim Pruitt. Cookta down low, Pruitt up top. Tim Dan getting into the mix as Stoprin running in that 4th spot with Dan working on him for 4th. Tim Dan to the inside of Stoprin for 4th position, and the silver 40 of Tim Dan is there as Travis Schurz continues to extend his lead. Dave Cookta into that second position. Jim Pruitt running in 3rd. Tim Dan and Stoprin. At the back of the pack, John Hoyne in that 55 hasn't looked quite right this entire race. First of 2 heat races for the Late Model Street Stock Touring Series presented by TNR Contracting. Travis Schurz, your race leader in the white number 1. Travis Schurz in the white 1, your race leader, is the 57 of Stoprin going around at the bottom of turns 3 and 4. Pat Stoprin around into a stop at the bottom of 3 and 4 as the caution is out on the track. Pat Stoprin going around, bringing out our first caution for the Late Model Street Stock Touring Series here tonight.
Pat Stoprin going around in turns 3 and 4. Other than Darren, and now Darren's in the stock car class, so Travis Schurz is the new top man to beat.
Travis Schurz in that white number 1, your race leader. As we go back to the green flag, here comes Dave Cookta. Dave Cookta in the number 27 machine looking for a piece of that race lead, and Cookta holds the bottom through turns 1 and 2. Dave Cookta jumping out to the race lead on the restart. Travis Schurz in that second spot. Jim Pruitt running in 3rd. Tim Dan rounding out your top 4 on the track as Cookta continues to lead with Schurz mounting the charge up on the top side. John Hoyne running in 5th, and Pat Stoprin at the back of the pack rounding out the field. Heat race number 1 of 2 for the TNR Contracting Late Model Street Stock Touring Series. Hoyne with a charge to the inside of Dan looking for 4th position as Cookta continues to lead in the 27. Dave Cookta, your race leader. Travis Schurz will battle back on the bottom side, but still not enough. Cookta hangs on to the race lead. Schurz running in 2nd spot. Hoyne challenging for that 3rd spot to the inside of Jim Pruitt. John Hoyne looking for 3rd position. White flag is out for Dave Cookta. Pruitt able to hold Hoyne off for that 3rd position for the time being. Travis Schurz charging hard on the top side in that white number 1. It's going to come down to turns 3 and 4. Schurz crosses over bottom side into turn 4. Off of turn 4, your heat race winner, the 27 of Dave Cookta.
Dave Kupto at that Heat Race win. Travis Schurz in second. Jim Pruitt third. John Hoying fourth. And Tim Dan rounding out your top 5.
Lundstrom Motorsports, Precision Drywall Incorporated, Underberg Lawn Care, AD Graphics Company, Fastenal, Quick Curb, and Hoosier Racing Tires, bringing you the TNR Contracting LMSS Touring Series here at the Rapid Speedway. Second and final heat race for the night. We're going green for the LMSS. Briley Goff out of Sioux Falls, South Dakota, your early race leader, with problems with the number 4 of Tanner Gregoire getting up to speed on the start. Corey Yai working the top side in the number 64, and Yai looking to move here in heat race number 2. Second and final heat race of the night for the late model street stocks presented by TNR Contracting. Corey Yai going to make it 3 wide for the race lead with the 1M of Eric Mosier and Briley Goff side by side. Yai will pull off and Goff will hang on to the lead. Mosier battling back. Now it's Yai and Mosier battling it out for second position, and Corey Yai is there in the 64 machine. Briley Goff with the race lead. Corey Yai in second spot. Eric Mosier running in third, and down on the front stretch on National Donut Day. We nearly had a donut. The number 4 of Tanner Gregoire going around on the front stretch, bringing out the caution.
Tanner Gregoire bringing out the caution flag as he goes around here in the front stretch. Briley Goff in the Midwest Rail Car Repair, Brooklyn Farms, Dennis and Michelle Tierman 83X. 2 laps down, 6 remain.
The green flag is back out. Briley Goff is your race leader. Goff with the race lead, and here comes Corey Yai. Goff still battling back on the top side, and that 83X is still out front with Corey Yai on the bottom side in the orange number 64 machine. Eric Mosier running in third position in the 1M, and Briley Goff still your race leader. Briley Goff with the race lead. Corey Yai running in second spot. Eric Mosier in third position. The number 21 machine of Ronald Howie in that third spot. And the number 4 of Tanner Gregoire at the back. Corey Yai looking for that race lead, dipping it down low. And Briley Goff still too tough in the 83X. Briley Goff holding off Corey Yai and Eric Mosier. Great battle for the race lead. TNR Contracting Incorporated Late Model Street Stock Touring Series. Only their second night of racing this year as Eric Mosier goes off the track in turn 3. Mosier back on, and he'll lose a position to the 21 machine of Ronald Howie. Howie moving into that third spot. Now problems with that 1M, unable to refire, and Mosier will have to take it to the infield as the 4 of Tanner Gregoire gets around. Briley Goff leading Corey Yai, 2 laps to go, and Yai is charging. Corey Yai looking on the bottom side of that 64 machine. Briley Goff still working that high line. They're side by side for the race lead. And it's Corey Yai with the advantage entering 3 through the middle of 3 and 4. Yai is there into 4 and off of 4. Briley Goff comes back, and the white flag is out. Briley Goff, Corey Yai putting on a show here tonight. Heat race number 2 up to TNR Contracting Incorporated Late Model Street Stock Touring Series. Corey Yai up top, Briley Goff down low. We're coming to the checkers for Heat 2 this time with 1 in the way. Who's it going to be? The 64 of Corey Yai takes it home.
Corey Yai. Heat race win for Corey Yai. Briley Goff in second, Ron Howe third, Tanner Gregoire bringing home the final spot. Inside of row number 2, driving the 50M, that's Marnie DeBoer. And outside of her, the number 19 of Brandon Jurens. Inside of row number 3, the 14K, it's Brian Clausen. And outside of him, the 15K of Katie Kroc. Inside row number 4, the 44, that is Leon Sneller. And outside of him, the 94 of Tyler Bradley. Inside of your final row, driving the number 4 car, it's PJ Stoner. And outside of him, the 50E of Elena Schoenemann. 10 laps the distance. Lems Auto Recycler Sportsman, Jalen Fick, you're my trophy presenter.
And away we go. Our first A feature of the night for the Sportsman class. Green flag is in the air. Off to the early race lead off the front row, the 14 machine of Brian Crone, and up to second with him is the 19 of Brandon Jurens. Roger DeBoer in that third spot, Marty DeBoer in fourth, Bryant Clausen, your top five on the track. Great start to the Sportsman A feature here tonight. Brian Crone in the number 14 machine with the race lead. Brandon Jurens in second spot. Marty DeBoer running in third. Leon Sneller in fourth. And Roger DeBoer round out your top five on the track. Brandon Jurens looking for a piece of the race lead down low side to the inside of Brian Crone. And Jurens is there. Brandon Jurens taking the race lead for the time being in that number 19 machine. Brian Crone will fall back to second spot. Marty DeBoer from third. Little squirrely down the backstretch as Katie Kroc pulls that red 15 in, and Katie Kroc will retire from the race. The 14K of Bryant Clausen is around. It turns 1 and 2, and the caution comes out.
Caution flag over the raceway for Bryant Clausen around in turn number 2 there in that 14K. Brandon Jurens out in front with 2 laps into this race.
Yes, I know it's a blessing. Marty DeBoer down on the low side as Brian Crone will take the top side. To the back bumper of Brandon Jurens, and the green flag is out. Sportsman Class A feature back under green here tonight at the Rapid Speedway on Pizza Ranch night. Marty DeBoer taking that 50M machine to the race lead, and Brandon Jurens battling back on the top side. Here comes Leon Sneller. Leon Sneller looking to get that green and orange 44 into the mix, and Brian Crone in the 14 machine still holding strong. Bryant Clausen from the back of the field working his way back close to the top five, and he will get into the top five to the outside of Roger DeBoer. As the caution comes out once again, looks like PJ Stoner around in turn number 4 at the bottom. Lems Auto Recyclers Sportsman class coming back to the green flag here tonight. Our first A feature of the night of the Rapid Speedway. Green flag is back out. Marty DeBoer with the early race lead after the restart. Brandon Jurens in second spot. Brian Crone coming up on the top side. The number 14 machine. Brian Crone looking to take that second spot from Brandon Jurens. And Crone has his sight set, I should say, on the race lead. Brandon Jurens trying to dip underneath the 50M of Marty DeBoer. Marty DeBoer, your race leader, with Brandon Jurens in second spot. Brian Crone up on the top side, the number 14 machine. Crone still working on that high line. Marty DeBoer has the lead at halfway. DeBoer with the race lead at halfway. Brian Crone still working up top. Brandon Jurens still working down low, and they're trying to split the difference with Leon Sneller running in fourth. Roger DeBoer in fifth, and here comes Bryant Clausen looking for the top five. Marty DeBoer continues to lead them in the 50M. Marty DeBoer continues as the race leader. Brandon Jurens in second spot. Brian Crone with a smooth ride off the top of turn number 2 down the backstretch. And the 14 machine now in the race lead. Marty DeBoer going around in turn number 4, straightens it out. Still trying to hold it straight, and she will, but she is going to lose a number of positions. And holding up teammate Roger DeBoer as Leon Sneller goes straight off of turn number 1. Leon Sneller going straight off the track in turn number 1 and coming to a stop outside of turns 1 and 2 as the caution will come out again for the Sportsman class. flag is out. Green flag is out. Sportsman Feature here tonight. Brian Crone, your race leader here in the Sportsman Feature. Brandon Jurens running in second spot. Marnie DeBoer in third. Bryant Clausen fourth. And Roger DeBoer, your top five on the track in the Sportsman Feature. Brian Crone, your race leader. Bryant Clausen looking to the inside of Marnie DeBoer for that third position, and Clausen is there. Bryant Clausen takes the third spot to the inside of Marnie DeBoer. Roger DeBoer running in the fifth spot. Brian Crone, your race leader, with Brandon Jurens right behind him, and the white flag flies on the Rapid Speedway for the Sportsman Feature. Brian Crone with the race lead. Brandon Jurens in second spot. Bryant Clausen running third. Marnie DeBoer and Roger DeBoer, your top five on the track. PJ Stoner, man, he's off the track. Checkers fly for Brian Crone.
Brian Crone, your A feature winner. Back-to-back A-mains, your first repeat winner in this class. Brandon Jurens comes home in second ahead of Ryan Clausen, Marnie DeBoer, and Roger DeBoer rounding out your top five. As we said, we are foregoing trophy presentations. We'll do them at the end with weather in the area.
TNR Contracting brings you the Late Model Street Stock Touring Series here tonight in the Rapid Speedway Feature number 1 of 2. You can get up and salute these drivers if you wish. The LMSS Touring Series. TNR Contracting and the Late Model Street Stock Touring Series here tonight at the Rapid Speedway. This is their makeup feature for back in early June when we surrendered the night to rain and didn't get to the LMSS feature. So this is their makeup feature. They'll have their heat races and tonight's feature to follow. The modified stock car and LMSS heat races to follow this makeup feature. 15 laps is the distance for tonight's A feature. TNR Contracting LMSS Touring Series going green. Right up front off of row number 1, Jim Pruitt to the early race lead. Here comes the 55 of John Hoyne. John Hoyne to the outside is at the back of the pack. The 29Z is slowing. John Hoyne to the race lead with Jim Pruitt running in the second spot. Dave Cook in third. Briley Goff and Tim Dan with a side-by-side battle for fourth position as Zabel stays on the track and the caution flies. Caution comes out for the 29Z of JJ Zabel.
Keep you cool, keep you hydrated here tonight at the Rapid Speedway.
TNR Contracting Late Model Street Stock Touring Series. We're lined up. We're back to green. Hoyne, your race leader. John Hoyne with the race lead in the 55 machine. Jim Pruitt in second in the number 97. Dave Cookta running in third in the 27 with Tim Dan running in that fourth spot. Dan looking to the inside of Cookta for third. Cookta looking to the inside of Pruitt for second. Little bit of contact with that 97, but everybody's none the worse for wear. Make it through okay. Dave Cookta does pick up the second spot. Pruitt will settle back to third. Tim Dan will put Pruitt under attack for that third position and get by on the outside with no problem. The number 40 of Tim Dan in third spot. Pruitt down low, struggling now as the one of Travis Schurz comes around. Jim Pruitt second to fifth in a matter of one lap. Dave Cookta up and off the track in the second spot. He'll surrender second and third positions to Dan and Schurz respectively. Now Corey Yai up and off the track with JJ Zabel around, and the caution coming out once again.
Caution flag over the raceway there. Corey Yai was slowing down. He was trying to get off the backstretch to head back to the pit area.
First feature of the night, our makeup feature for the TNR Contracting Late Model Street Stock Touring Series here tonight at the Rapid Speedway. John Hoyne on the point in the number 55 with the Delaware restart as we go back green flag racing. running them 3 wide through turns 1 and 2 with Hoyne and Cookta separating themselves. Cars 1 and 2. Tim Dan running into that third spot. Travis Schurz, Jim Pruitt side by side for fourth position as Cookta looks to work on Hoyne. Hoyne still too strong in the 55. Travis Schurz making a move to the inside of Jim Pruitt for fourth spot. Schurz in the white number 1, Pruitt in the gold and black 97. They'll continue side by side for fourth position on the track as the 13 of Brian Hoyne up on the top side of the backstretch, able to keep her on the track and keep us under green. John Hoyne, your race leader. Dave Cookta running in second spot. Tim Dan in third position. Jim Pruitt fourth. Travis Schurz your top 5. Here comes Briley Goff. Briley Goff in the 83X machine from the 6th spot, looking for 5th. He'll dip her down low, take a peek underneath to the inside of Schurz. Schurz will get up 10 on the high side, trying to get around that 97 of Pruitt. Jim Pruitt in the 97 in 4th spot. Travis Schurz in the number 1, looking for any way to get around him with Briley Goff and Sean Taylor coming up to get in the mix as well as John White continues to lead Dave Cookta and Tim Dan. Top 3 for the time being are secured. From 4th on back, it's a battle. Jim Pruitt hops off the exit of turn number 2, losing a right rear, and the caution will come out. Travis Schurz now off the track as he loses some sheet metal off the top of turns 3 and 4. So Jim Pruitt losing a tire, hopping off the exit of 2 and coming to a rest off the backstretch. Travis Schurz, a part of that contact, and the number 1 must have come into contact with that tire as Schurz goes off of 3 and 4.
Looks like some significant damage to the front end of Travis Schurz's number 1 machine. Jim Pruitt to a stop there. Here comes Schurz to the Lyon County Chiropractic Adjustment Area. Brother Troy coming to take a look what's going on here. Going to try and rip that off.
They were fairly comfortable, but then that battle from 4th on back, we'll see once they stack them up all together. 8 laps remain. TNR Contracting LMSS Touring Series going back under the green flag. As Hoyne hangs on to the race lead for the time being, Cookta in that 2nd spot. Tim Dan running in 3rd position, with Briley Goff coming up in the 83X and Sean Taylor in the number 71 looking to make themselves top 5 cars here in this A feature early in the night. A makeup from back in early June when the LMSS could not finish the night. Rains came too early, and the LMSS running double features tonight as a result. Sean Taylor looking to the inside of Briley Goff. We got a battle for the lead. Here comes Dave Cookta. Dave Cookta to the inside of John Hoyne in turns 1 and 2, and off of 2 down the backstretch. It's still Hoyne by half a car length. Into turn number 3 and off of 3, Cookta on the low line is fast through the corners, but Hoyne will get that nice run off the exit of 4 and re-secure the lead. John Hoyne, your race leader. Dave Cookta in 2nd spot. Tim Dan running in 3rd. Briley Goff in 4th. And Sean Taylor, your top 5 on the track. TNR Contracting brings you the LMSS Touring Series with John Hoyne as your race leader in the double nickel 55. Hoyne, Cookta, Dan, Goff, and Taylor, your top 5. Brian Hoyne in the 13 and Stopperin in the 57 round out the field. First of 2 features coming your way tonight for the TNR Contracting Late Model Street Stock Touring Series. Tim Dan in that 3rd position under attack from the 83X of Briley Goff. Also the 71 of Sean Taylor making his way up into the mix as well. Taylor to the inside of Goff. And a battle for 4th position. Taylor gets low. Sean Taylor in that black and green Big Dog Motorsports number 71 machine moving up to the 4th spot. Goff will battle back through the middle. We're going 3 wide down the backstretch, off into 3 for positions 3, 4, and 5. White flag for John Hoyne, your race leader, but Dave Cookta right on his back bumper. Flat right rear for the 40 of Tim Dan. A tough break for Tim Dan late in tonight's A feature. The first of 2. It's coming down to the final turns, 3 and 4. Checkers this time. Cookta down low. Hoyne up top. Who's it gonna be? It's the 55 of John Hoyne. John Hoyne in the 55. Too close to call there. John Hoyne takes it home tonight in the number 55 machine. Difference of .029. .029 at the finish line. That was your difference between John Hoyne and Dave Cookta. Your top two tonight for the TNR Contracting LMSS Touring Series A feature. First of two A features tonight for the LMSS. Briley Goff coming home in third. Sean Taylor fourth. And Brian Hoyne rounding out the top five on the track. John Hoyne going to make his way into Pizza Ranch victory lane with a little push in that 55. First of two features tonight for the TNR Contracting LMSS Touring Series. USRAB Modified Heat Races coming your way next. He's out of the car. Let's give him a hand. Our first A feature winner of the night, the 55 of John Hoyne. And let's take it down trackside to Joel Viss in Pizza Ranch Victory Lane with some words from the winner.
Thank you, Jay Kelly. Welcome to Pizza Ranch Victory Lane. John Hoyne, I do believe this is the first time you and I have met down here in Pizza Ranch Victory Lane.
I think you're right.
Well, sir, you jumped out to the early race lead. You were taken away. You were going. And finally, at the end, all of a sudden, Dave Cookta was there. What was going through your mind that last lap?
Well, I started seeing 270 on the temp gauge, and we lost power steering, so I think we lost the belt there the last lap and a half. That was rough.
Well, it was enough to hang on. You won by .029 seconds, I think they said at the line. So nonetheless, you can hopefully get that fixed and go and start right back over, right?
You bet. Let's do it again.
Well, congratulations, John. Thank you, and welcome to Victory Lane here at Rapid Speedway.